Hello guys, welcome back to another video with me, HJ Constrictors. Now it's been a little while, we've got a few plans and a few things that have changed and a few things that are going on with a couple of new additions and a couple of animals moving. Maybe the Tegu, the fish tank. So what we're going to do, run you through all the animals, see how they're all getting on, been a little while, and explain what is happening for the summer. So let's get it. So I'm not going to film in here because this filter needs cleaning and it is super noisy, so I'm not going to do that. But before we explain any more in this room, I'm just going to take you to the other room where the tortoise table is and show you where Gus is, because he's not in there. Now his light is actually off again because he's not in there. His water bowl was just cleaned, but he got it absolutely filthy. And what we've done is we've actually taken out this smooth panel that runs along here. You can see the holes just there. We've taken that out just because he needed a bigger gap to get in. Now you might wonder why. There is dirt along here. Yeah, great. I'll add up a photo in the corner and you'll see why he's not in this tortoise table. Because he's decided to get out and knock everything off this shelf again, why it's dirty, onto the tortoise table. So we're going to go show you where little Gussie is. So we're going to run downstairs, over the dog gate, put our Crocs on, if I can get them on, say hello to little John, and show you where Gussie is. Now this is where little Gus is, just here. And the dog has come out to make sure he's still okay. Hello Trouble, what are you doing out here? She's just like a guard dog for all of the outside animals. We'll give you an update on all of them in a minute. But yeah, little Gus is just here. We'll just move this. So at the minute his tortoise table is way too big. So what we've done is we've moved him out here for the summer. Obviously this is not permanent, he'll go back into the table to sleep. But yeah, I mean look how big he's got. Let's just pick him up. If I can actually get him with one hand. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I'm struggling here. Here we go, that is one hand. Look how big he is. He is massive. And looking by the width of his shell, he actually looks like a female. So Gusselina. I could flip him up, but let's just try it and show you guys. So as you can see there, the dip and the sort of dome on the inner of the shell starting to look like Gussie is in fact a girl. But yeah, he's out here for the time being, or she is out here for the time being. She's got plenty of grass to graze on, some water, and don't really need no shade today because it's not too sunny. Now you might be wondering what this is. We haven't actually shown this on the video yet, so let me take you inside. Undo the 3 locks. Now this is a bird aviary, but what we have done, say hello to the quails, what we have done is actually cut a hole in this here, and you see where that white one went in? What we've done is cut that hole, cut into the actual quail house over here and buried it over, and we've ended up with this. So they have a little tube to go through, and this is into their house. And this was all they originally had, was this run here. This run, just slab floor with food and water, that's all they had. But like I say, since then what we've done is cut the tube in there. It actually took so long to try and line up, and now got a little hatch here to film through. Now we've got this. So how cool is that? So we've put like loads of old branches in there, some millet, and look how many eggs they're laying. Look, egg there, 2 eggs there, another one. There is loads of eggs, which is great for the Tegu. So yeah, these guys, as you can see, they're not scared of the tube, they're going through it. So yeah, they're doing well. So we've got 6 of them in there, 5 of them all one colour, and then 1 white one, which you just saw run in there. So these guys are all sorted, they're doing well. Now this little hutch here, we're moving on to the mini lops. Try and show you these guys. So there's Fudge. This is the female. She's quite a bit bigger, but she's a good girl. Not as tame as this little guy here. And we've got Polo. This is the little baby mini lop. And as you can see, they play with their balls. But yeah, these are more my other halves, but I still quite love them. They're pretty enjoyable, pretty fun to watch. Always messing about, like you can see there. See that? And yeah, so that is the mini lops. Now we did have them, oh it's so windy, we did have them in a run, but as you can see they were digging out. So until we sort of run out, these guys have just got the hutch. But aside from that, the big guy, hello buddy, let's go and see him. So this is Bailey. Now you guys might already know Bailey, but look at him. Hello boy, hello, and look how tame he is. Comes up for a head rub, loves his ears being rubbed, and he's molting like mad. Look at this, look. Oh my god Bailey, you need a brush. Yeah, so that's the summer coat. I mean, look at that. That's ridiculous. But let's go give him a little snack. So you just wait there. I'm gonna run over to the storage house. What have we got in here? Some carrots. That'll do. And he already knows. I mean, you can run up and down with him and he'll follow you. Well, normally. Here we go. There we go. And what we're going to do, we're going to give him a little snack. Here you go, buddy. And then he'll just go run off and enjoy it. But yeah, that's his run. I built this all from hand. So what we've got is his normal hutch here, and then built this little run with the hutch door and all of this to the other roof. So that's him sorted. Now this is the guinea pig enclosure. We've got 3 girls in here. This is obviously their covers. Now we normally have loads of covers over like you can see here, but in actual fact all we've been doing is putting that and that on, which is the weatherproof cover for the rain. They sleep in here, and then in the morning I let them down outside and they spend most of their time in this little bit down here. We've got all of their veg, which they eat what they want, their pellets, and then we've got Tic Tac, which is the biggest one, and then we've got the other 2, which I reckon will hopefully be in there. But we'll show you Tic Tac quickly now. He is the biggest one, or she's the biggest one out of the 3. And then we've got the other 2, whether you can see them in here. Oh, there they are. So yeah, they chill in this little house that we made. And yeah, they're really good and they always squeak, and yeah, they're just great animals to have, I think. They're really, really interesting. And obviously we've got the koi pond and goldfish pond, which is doing great. As you can see, all the lilies are coming through. The filter's doing well, the UV is still on. What we're going to do for a summer video is pull some of these koi out and show you in the pond how they are doing. So they're doing really, really well. So I don't know if you guys just saw that clip. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it in before this or after, but we was just saying about how well the pond is doing, and that we're going to get the fish out, put them in that little pond there. Can't really see it. Just count them, do a video, sort of dredge it out, give it a clean. And then I saw a female goldfish who was pregnant, dead. So that really sucks. I think she just got egg bound. She had so many eggs. I'll show you the photo in the video now. But yeah, egg bound I think, which happens. We had a bit of a late start to summer, so it could be that. But yeah, still nonetheless really, really sucks. We've had her for a few years, ever since the pond was built. But aside from that, we'll do another video investigating the cause of that and giving it a clean maybe, especially after seeing what's just happened. But now we're back in the reptile room. So what we're going to do is run through this and show you what we've got and what's going. So at the top here we've just got our crickets, our locusts, our Madagascar hissing cockroaches, which by the way are breeding like absolute crazy, which is great because do you know who loves them? This guy. Oh yeah, let me open this so the glass don't reflect. So when he jumps at the camera. This guy here, the curly hair tarantula. You can only just see a couple of his curly hairs on his legs. But this little guy, who's got a pretty sick setup by the way, all natural wood, he's cobwebbed it, got a little log, Nice little cork cave and some stone back there. This guy absolutely loves Madagascar hissing cockroach babies. So what I do, I'll have a little rummage through, get the babies and put them in. I could show you the babies up here, but to be fair, you've all seen hissing cockroaches, you don't want to see them. So yeah, Spider doing very well. Blue, which is just in his cool side. Oh, I just hit the glass. Just there. Again, it's quite hot now, we're in summertime in the UK. His temperature I had to turn down. It's at about 29.8 on the hot side, which is under a deep heat projector. So he's actually having a bit of a cool down. So he's got his cool side, medium, which he tends to poo in a whole lot, and his warm area. So yeah, that is Blue. He's a leopard gecko, he's done great. And then coming down to this one here, we've got the 4 foot, or the 4 foot. This, obviously we've got all the logs that have come all attached down. We've got the big bit of cork bark in here, which cost a fortune. And in here we've got our Cinnamon Spectre Royal Python, or Ball Python if you're American. You can only just see him there. Now he's actually waiting to eat this nice large rat wiener. So what we're going to do, wait for that to defrost and show you guys on video him eating. But yeah, he's doing great. And then our Tegu. So let's talk about our Argentine black and white Tegu real quick. So the update with our Argentine black and white Tegu. Now you guys would have seen on my Instagram, my YouTube shorts, my YouTube, the whole journey of getting our Tegu. Now what's going to happen is we're actually getting rid of him. I'm super gutted really about it, because it's like a dream species to own, although I have owned him for 2 or 3 years now, and he's absolutely amazing. Like, all my expectations blown away. Such a good character, so tame, just yeah, I honestly wouldn't change him. I think he's great. And the only reason we are actually getting rid of him is because we want a better opportunity for him and ourselves. Now with that we mean that our local farm, I'm not going to name the name until it is all sort of out there and released, but our local zoo, which is also like a farm, they do really well in the local area. They're sort of the biggest going in terms of what they do, and they've offered to actually take him on and give him an amazing enclosure. Now I think that is going to be absolutely great for him. It'll be great for me in terms of letting one of my animals go to a zoo. I think that's a great opportunity. So yeah, he's going to be going to a local zoo. Now if we can, we'll sort of do a whole video on that. He should be going at the end of this week. So again, super gutted about it, but in terms of our plans in the reptile room, we always knew we needed a bigger tank. At the minute his tank's like, I don't know, like 6 foot long, like 5 foot high, like 2 foot wide. But yeah, we always knew we were going to need a bigger one, and obviously they grow super fast. Now in terms of the room we've got in the reptile room, if we wanted to upgrade that, we could, but it would mean getting rid of a whole lot of animals. Now obviously we can do that, but really if we want to have different animals, we want to have variety, the things in the pipeline sort of, you know, in time involve us having different species and different reptiles. So yeah, we don't want to just limit ourselves down to 1 or 2, 3 at max. So what we're going to do, we're going to let him go to the zoo. They were super cool about it as well. They said, like, you know, anytime we want to come and see him, all I've got to do is message the guy, and he'll hook me up and we can go and see him, which is great. So yeah, a little bit of a shame, but I thought at least you guys deserve to know what is going on with him and where he's going. So yeah, that is happening at the end of this week, and it will be a separate video in itself. So make sure you subscribe, stick around and find out the end of that story, and hopefully we'll be able to show you his super cool enclosure he's going into. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is the thing right in front of me, behind you guys, which is the fish tank. Now as you guys can see, it is very, very brown. That is not because we've not been keeping up with the maintenance, we certainly have been, but it's because this massive log I bought is just so tanned, and you can get these things in a filter. Check out the previous videos, and it basically changes the colour of the water. It sort of purifies it to a nice white colour, but that needs doing on a regular basis, and I just don't want this tanned water, which in long run is actually beneficial for the fish because it releases a lot of good chemicals and really helps them like a natural remedy. But I don't want the tanned water. I'm sick of the noisy filter, which I think basically is just a load of snails getting sucked up into it. So yeah, that filter and obviously it's just a lot of maintenance given we've got all the outside guys out there, all of these guys, and the other plans we've got in the pipeline. So yeah, this is going to eventually be getting shut down. We've got a shop local to us, so they'll all be going there, but the only thing I'm really worried about is how on earth am I going to catch all of these cherry shrimp. Can you see these guys here? Look how red they are. Super red. Look at that guy there, look, wow. There's actually a cool little shot of him scurrying along, another one there. Look at them. But we've got absolutely tons in this moss here. So yeah, that is going to be a pretty big job over the next few weeks. But when that goes, we're going to look at getting an indoor tortoise table for Gus, because obviously he keeps breaking out. Insert photo. So yeah, that is also in the pipeline and the process of getting that shut down. So you might wonder why we're shutting down a few things here and there, and obviously that is for certain reasons. Now we want to start doing things in the future, like having the opportunity to take our animals into schools, nurseries, homes, and just being able to show them off and educate people. Now to do that, we've got to have animals that make sense and that can go to them places. I mean, I could take a neon tetra in a little shot glass, but is that going to be like beneficial? Probably not. Hence why stuff like that has got to go. Now obviously as well, we're doing it on a cost for as well. That fish tank takes up like 4 or 5 electric sources in terms of the filter, the heater, the light and the pump. So that's like things that are on 24 hours a day, and that is just running the electric bill right up to the sky. Whereas our reptiles, they're only on for 8 to 12 hours a day, and then at night time they're off because this room stays fairly warm. So they're the reasons we're doing what we're doing. And obviously yesterday we had the IHS show at Milton Keynes. Now that was the first show of this year and the first show at Milton Keynes. Thought it was a great show. Really good job by the people that set it up, organised it, executed it. Went really well. I think we'll be there for many more years to come. But we did pick up 2 new additions. So what we're going to do, show you them now. Now the first girl up is our GHI Mojave, and this is an absolutely stunning snake. Now obviously it's not great on the black background, but look at this for an absolute great example. I mean, look at that dark head. She looks absolutely brilliant. So yeah, we picked her up for an absolute great price, £120 we paid for her. Now a few years ago these guys were going for like no less than £500, especially for females. Look at that sort of blotched pattern in there, nice bold colour going through the centre. The really dark head, look at this head here. The head is just ridiculously dark, look at that. So yeah, this is our female, which will be going towards our breeding projects. She's a CB22, so she's got a year or so in her to grow and get big, but there's absolutely no rush here. So she is the first one of our pickups, and I think she is a great looking snake. I mean, would you just look at that colour on her? She's quite a good size as well. Yeah, she's really nice, and obviously the belly is great as well. Look at that tannin on the side and underneath. So yeah, that's the first one. Now the last pickup was again another female, and would you just look at that. This is the lesser leopard, 66% het clown, but again look at that, for colour, for vibrancy, really nice, really clean. Again, this is another CB22 female. We bought from different vendors, but I really wanted something with leopard in the collection, and I think this girl fits perfectly. Look at that blotching, that is almost the perfect shot there. Can just see everything you need to. She is great, and look at that head stamp as well. There we are. So yeah, this is another girl to go with our breeding collection. Obviously not for a few seasons, but you buy them cheap, grow them up. We're in no rush like we said. So yeah, another great collection to have. Look at her, she is brilliant. So they were our 2 new ball pythons from the IHS show in Milton Keynes. Now, I know the ball python market has taken quite a considerable hit recently in terms of the price of morphs, such as the Pied, the GHI Mojave you see me get. But But yeah, that is all stuff we've got in the pipeline. We've got a male that we'd really love to pair them two with. Obviously, again, it's not around the corner, it is a way away, but it's definitely for the pipeline. What we also want to do, not just use them as breeder snakes, we actually bought them because we like them like they're pets. You know, they're pets before anything. Here at HA Constrictors, they're pets first. So what we're going to do is just get them real tame, like our Cine Spectre boy. He's so tame, he'll literally just come out on the bed at night, sit there, and he'll just chill. That's exactly how we want these two, hopefully big females, to be the exact same. So tame that anyone can hold them, pick them up, they're not going to be viv defensive, stuff like that. But if you want to see their new setups, which again is going to be coming soon, we're going to get 2 4-foot vivs, deck them out to the max, give them the best heat, all of this, none of this rub stuff and tubs. Obviously they're in them at the time being, we want to see if they're eating, we want to see if they're pooing, stuff like that. But in terms of a few weeks down the line, they're going to be in full setups like our Cinnamon Spectre is. So look forward to that, because I certainly am. Now, we've done all of the reptiles, all of the animals, apart from one. That guy, the longest reptile we've ever had. Rolo, our crested gecko. So let's show you how his tank is getting on. So this is little Rolo's setup. Now this is all natural, so we'll open it up to stop the glare. We've got all of our plants down there. We've got a really thick layer of substrate. You can see all the root systems. This tank's been going for ages. We've got all the moss, all of these big leaves which are just growing so much towards this light here. You notice they're not at the back, they grow towards the light, which is here. So yeah, they need a nice little trim down. He's got his misting system up here, which is great. Water ledge and jelly. Anyone that says to you crested geckos don't need a water bowl, they drink from the leaves, load of rubbish. The amount of times this guy comes out and drinks from this water bowl every night, make sure your crested geckos have a water bowl. He often hangs out in this coconut, can't even really see him. You can kind of see his body, not really. But yeah, every night he'll come out and go back to bed in this same coconut. But I did put a cool little photo this morning on my story of his little head poked out just here on Instagram. So if you want to see that, get over to HJ Constrictors on Instagram and go and check him out. But yeah, he's got a nice big piece of wood, got his little vines, it's heavily planted all the way back here, got isopods, fully active bio setup. So yeah, he is doing great. And I have no idea how old he is because we got him as a rescue. So he's doing well, still eating, still drinking, good weight. So that's all we worry about. Now, in terms of covering all of our animals, that has been this video. We've covered all of them. What we're going to do is just show you either side here. Don't know what side. The Cinnamon Spectre eating a large rat wiener. We're going to show that now. I've just got to put it in right at the end because it's still defrosting and thawing out. But he normally struggles really good, so he should be in for a treat. Hopefully I can play it, if not full screen, so you can see it. But yeah, he is obviously a really good eater, he always has been. But like I say, it's been a few months out, but we're back now. We've got a lot of summer projects, we've got a lot of stuff that's got to get done, a lot of moving parts, and some big plans ahead. So if you guys want to see the journey of me, HA Constrictors, a UK, British YouTuber who just loves animals, make sure you subscribe because we've got some pretty cool stuff coming up and you really don't want to miss it. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Hope you have enjoyed it. I'm going to edit this video and get it out to you guys. See you next time. Peace.